It's not going to warm up too much weather-wise today for these sailors.
It's not, but it's going to be great wind again today, so it's going to be a rerun of yesterday. I think we're going to get, they're going to try and get 3 races in. It blew hard this morning. It's laid down a little bit now, so it's perfect. So they're going to try and get started at
almost the same direction as yesterday?
Almost. It went a little south, so they'll probably be in a little different spot of the lake, so these guys will have to figure out the shore effects.
So yesterday was some really tight racing, and the top of the fleet is actually stacked. I think I looked at some of the results, Steve. You're going to go over these, but 4 of the top 6 sailors are world champions. So really stacked up. Steve, why don't you go over some of the points right now and let people know where we're at?
Arthur Anisoff had the bullet yesterday.
They sailed really well.
Sailed great. Kind of won it up the last quarter of the last beat.
Yep.
Lars Grail is in second. Mr. Kayard is in third, and his son Mark Reynolds is number 4, and rounding out the top 5 is George Szabo.
So that's pretty amazing. And when we talk about the racing today, you're going to see these guys in the mix. Yeah, and don't forget my guy, the Buckingham's my boat. They're in a close 7th, I think. So when we look at our bets,
right,
we're okay. Billy, when you look at the boats, it seemed like the boat builders were Old Greenwich had a few boats up there, but kind of go over who was
who. Yeah, Arthur's got his the Old Greenwich.
Yeah.
And then we got a Duplin with Lars.
Yeah.
And another Old Greenwich with Paul and Danny.
Now what about the Eichel Bob? Where's that one?
Well, the Eichel Bob. Because any slob can win.
The Eichel Bob's on there.
Yeah, that's in 4th place.
Who's
right
sailing
there
that?
with Mark Reynolds.
Mark is sailing the Eichel Bob.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Then we got another Old Greenwich. So Old Greenwich is leading everything. We got Szabo in that one.
Yeah.
And then in 6th place we have the
SUNY Carlson boat,
Carlson, which
with Leif Carlson in.
The only thing we're missing is the
Lippincotts
and the V.
And the V boats.
The V stars.
Right. So, I mean, it was really kind of a crash landing in here. A lot of boats were having, these are wooden boats, so in big wind, I mean, the floorboards are separating and things are breaking. And, I mean, they're well put together, but the wind for those boats yesterday was right at the max, and I think we may see some of that again. So, okay, guys, thanks for your quick reports. Next up, we're going to bring Kelly Renwick. She is the president of Gull Lake Country Club, and Billy, why don't you run and get her and Fred? She's right here. So Steve, you slide over. We're going to do a little sliding. Kelly, thanks for stopping by the set today. You've got thousands of people watching this morning.
Tons of people.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. So Gull Lake Country Club and this regatta, back in the day when John and Donnie started this, they really pictured it moving around to different cool spots around the country. But the sailors insisted it's here, so congratulations on that. What does this regatta mean to Gull Lake Country Club?
It's such a privilege. Obviously, it's a really cool thing, and it grows and it gets increasingly bigger and better every year. But you guys grew up here. I didn't, and I find that it is hard for me even still now to find the words to describe this lake and this community and this club to people. So to have international people from all over the country come and experience it and see it. I mean, it's amazing. It is such a gem. It's such a unique spot. And I'm from the East Coast. I'm a saltwater fish. This lake, but even this lake is so special. So it's just special. The whole thing it's got a great vibe. It's family. It's competition. Yeah. The whole thing is everything we love here at the club.
And we even have some member participation in some of the meals, right?
Yeah.
I see some regular old members show up.
Absolutely. People come and they like to be a part of it. And the Meet the Boats obviously is a really cool thing. You can come and walk around and see the artistry. I mean, they're really stunning boats.
And that, of course, takes place on Saturday night. Steve and I will be down there live, and you'll be here too. Maybe you'll stop by the set.
Yeah.
So what's going on with the club these days? You've got memberships available, and we can.
Yeah, membership is up. And that's sort of something that came out of COVID a little bit. This is the first maybe summer season post-COVID that we've been getting our groove back a little bit. We've been lucky to be able to attract and retain a lot of great employees. We've never had to suspend like other restaurants and things around. We've been able to keep up our quality and with restaurants. We've got obviously the cool tennis facility and pickleball's on fire now. And we have a great new manager, Steve Williams, and he's a really financially minded guy. So that really That really helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we think your staff does great. Of course, we get the bacon
Yeah,
every morning
yeah.
here. You can see 2 pounds are almost gone, and I ate a lot of that actually.
Is it
but
a
it's,
2-pound requirement? Is that what you
Well,
asked
we
for?
have 5 pounds a day. We actually have a plate for the guests, and you can have a piece if you want because it's delicious.
good.
But then we have a plate at the bar because Bloody Marys and
Right,
bacon and
right,
well,
right.
Throw
that's
that
good,
in there.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Kelly, thanks for stopping
thank
by.
you. Good luck with everything.
Vintage Gold Cup Live. This show is brought to you by MAP Strategic, Nexus Green, Gull Lake Marine, Quantum Sales, One Design, and Industrial Networking Solutions. Thank you very much.
Come out on Saturday. Meet the
Okay,
boats.
good
Hey.
work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Steve, this
Yes,
club
yes.
really does an amazing job with this regatta, and it is such an amazing place to sail. So this is President's Day, and we've got 3 guests that are going to be coming in. We've got Tom Lonergan, the current Star Class president, and we've got Jack Rickard
first.
and Lars Grail, both former presidents. So Steve's going to take a step out,
Oh.
and Tommy's going to sit here, and you guys sit here and here. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
You didn't want to
All sailed yesterday in this windy, cold weather. Lars did extremely well. Good job yesterday. It was fun watching you guys. Let's talk about the Star Class for a little bit, and I'll start with Tommy. How are we doing? What's the future? What do you want to tell people about the Star Class today?
Well, I would say that you kind of look at the big picture, you know.
Yep.
Back when Jack was the president, you know, we were Olympic class, and a lot of that was driving our class, and then we made transitions in, you know, after the Olympics, and SSL kind of helped us make that transition. And
Kind of
now-
like the Live Tour.
That's right.
Kind of.
Right, but we didn't blackball any sailors.
Yeah, I
like
know.
the Liv Tour has.
Just, yeah, it's a golf
Um,
thing.
But we're now going into another period of growth, but it's a different type of growth. It's not on the Olympic level, and it's not on the professional level. We've got areas of this globe, like in Argentina and Scandinavia, that are growing, and Germany is always growing. And it's events like these, you know, special events with special people in our special boat
Yep.
that help grow our class.
Yep. So, Jack, you've seen a lot of Star Class history, and you've sailed here quite a bit. What's your view on the growth and the direction and regattas like this?
The regattas like this are absolutely wonderful. The growth that Tom has alluded to is, I think, happening and just super for the class. I spent most of my time as president trying to keep the class in the Olympics
Yeah.
and contend with the Olympic. And contending with the Olympic program was quite a problem, or quite a thing. But I found a time when I was president, I had one crisis a year. And the first crisis I had was, I was president for 2 weeks, and the Danes had a regatta that they said we were going to require advertising. And we had a rule that said nobody positively can advertise on their boats. We settled it somewhat amicably, in that we decided that that wasn't a Star Class regatta, therefore they could advertise.
Lars, what are your thoughts on the Star and where it's at and sailing and active memberships?
Of course, that when the Star Class was inside the Olympic program, you had more countries involved.
Yep.
People were challenging to get a spot for the Olympic Games. And when we lost the Olympic status, and that happened by the end of 2012,
Yep.
so it was a big shock for the class. We need to make a transition. And that time was on the San Diego Star Class Worlds 2013 that people came to talk with me asking if I would accept to be the next Star Class president. So right after we lost Olympic status. So
Yep.
as Tom said, was a transition period. So to calibrate the class for the new reality. But we made a very good team to work.
Yeah.
So, and Tom was the Western Hemisphere Vice President at that time. And I think we managed to work properly. The SSL also made a turbo in terms of promoting the Star Class.
Yes.
Then came the Star Class Legacy Foundation.
Yeah.
and also this event that is really unique, that brings a charm for the Star Class with the classic wooden boats, famous sailors around. So I think the class is very healthy at this moment.
Well, and I'd say the Star Class owes all three of you a debt of gratitude. I know people are thankful for all of your leadership and what you're doing. I'm not going to keep you much longer because I know you got to get boats in and get sailing out there. So good luck today, you guys.
Thank you.
Good seeing you. Thanks for stopping by the set, and have a good day on the race course.
Thank you.
Okay,
a
thanks
lot.
guys. Okay, so the President's Day, good for those guys to stop by. Really happy they did. And again, they've been great leaders for the class. And the Star Class is amazing. It's just, it's good for professionals, it's good for amateurs, and there's a lot of good friends. So I'm going to bring my group back in one more time. Steve, Billy, and Fred.
Are we still on?
Yeah, we're always on.
Did you get to ask Rickard about being struck by lightning?
No, I didn't ask him that.
That's
But
what I wanted to do. I thought I was going to be involved.
oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
I didn't have enough seats
We
for
can
you.
ask him about it later.
You could have pulled a seat up.
No, that's fine.
It's cold. My hands are cold. I
It's
couldn't
very
move.
cold.
I can't move.
My brain is
All right,
working.
so Fred, one more time with the weather today. And they just had the skippers meeting too, so they're going. They're putting in.
Well, the sun is out. If you look right around the
I
corner.
drove the pontoon down and it was brisk.
Brisk and windy.
It's going to be real similar day to yesterday. The wind, I think, is going to be fairly steady. It may back or veer slightly to the from the southwest to the west, and it's going to be in a different spot of the lake. So they're going to have to figure out the shore effects.
Yeah.
But these guys are good, and they do that quickly.
Yeah, I think the racing's going to be really fun to watch today. I think they're going to go for 3 races. Hopefully the wind shows up. I mean, I know Mike Ward, and we're going to have him on tomorrow to talk about the boats. But both Mike Ward and John have been working on boats almost nonstop. They just had kind of a rough, yesterday was rough with the wind, and but the race committee only had 1 race, which was good. And so, okay, guys. We're gonna sign out now. We're gonna get our boat ready, get the boats going in, and we'll see you out on the race course. Carl, you want to
Bring him on in. real
Hey.
quick.
Oh yeah, bring Carl in.
Now, one thing you also could have mentioned to Tommy is that if we take the results and you flip it like this, he's in first.
Yeah, that's right. If you flip it around,
What do you think?
he's actually doing quite well. Unfortunately
Anyway.
for him, and with the egg sandwich on top of him. All right, Carl, thanks for stopping by. You've been a busy
Morning.
guy this morning with multiple meetings going on. What's the plan for today as you see it?
The plan for today is to go sailboat racing. We don't expect the crest of the breeze to fill in until about 2 o'clock.
That's what I saw, yeah.
And so we think, with our half an hour earlier warning signal and everybody in the water on time and all that stuff, we should be able to get a race in on time. With the wind direction, it's going to be a short race. So we don't think we'll have a problem getting 3 in today, which is our full schedule.
So
for the
10:30
day.
is the schedule.
10:30 is the scheduled start and a warning signal, and then we look forward to getting 3 races in. And
All right, well, we wish you luck with that. I know you've got a lot going on. Thanks for stopping
you,
by.
guys.
We always
All right.
love having you on the
Thank
set.
love
And
being here.
we'll talk to you soon.
Boy, do I like being here.
Have
Get
some
the
bacon.
bacon. All right.
Have a good one, guys.
So, Steve, it's
How about
cold.
those sponsors again? Who we got taking
Well,
care of us?
thank you, Steve. We should go through those. Industrial Network Solutions, of course, they absolutely provide all our connectivity,
Yep.
our Wi-Fi. We could not do the show without them, and we are so thankful. They've been with us every single year. You've got MAP Strategic, Nexus Green, Gull Lake Marine, Quantum, and Doyle Sail. So those are our sponsors. Without them,
Thanks, you guys.
the
Gals.
regatta wouldn't be happening. And I know the organizers and all of us are very grateful to them. And thank you very much. Please look at their products online and check them out. All right, Steve.
See you
I
on
know.
the race course,
You're
guess.
excited to get out on the water.
I'd like
this
to be in
morning.
the sun.
Yeah, there goes George Zabo. He's rolling out in the
Yep.
Bee Hippie boat, which
We are
I
getting
love
in a
that
little
boat
faster
actually.
today, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
They're hauling.
All right. So over and out. We'll see you in a few minutes out on the water.
See you on the water.
Good work.